Hi friends, my name is krishnaakumalla. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to discuss on renewal of a bill. What do you mean by renewal of a bill? When that renewal of a bill question will arise? Let us say drawer went and submitted the bill to drawee after the due date and requested him to make the payment. Maybe through notary or without notary, he went and submitted the bill and requested drawee to make the payment. What drawee did is, I'm sorry, I don't have money right now. If you give me another 1 month time or 2 months time, I'm ready to make the bill payment. It's not that I'll pay only bill amount. I will also pay interest along with that. Can I go ahead and, can you please allow me to extend this, due date? If drawer accepts to that, what will happen? The previous bill, since the due date is already over, that will be cancelled and a new bill will be drawn. New bill will be drawn. How do we cancel the bill? What do you mean by cancelling bill? Cancelling bill is nothing but treating the previous bill as dishonored. What are we going to do? Treating the previous bill as dishonored and writing a new bill is called renewal of a bill. What do you mean by renewal of a bill? Cancelling the previous bill and writing a new bill. Writing a new bill is called renewal of a bill. While writing the new bill, there are cases where there could be some agreement between drawer and drawee. Maybe drawee would have agreed to partial payment and rest of the amount he would have agreed to write a new bill. Or drawee would have agreed to pay interest first and original bill amount for new bill. Or partial bill amount, partial interest amount he will pay, and for the balance he will agree to make the new bill. Anything can happen. So we are going to discuss in detail about these topics, right? And we will also see what kind of entries we are supposed to post if this is the scenario. Are you ready? Without wasting much time, let us get into the subject. Okay? Okay, guys. Let us understand this scenario. Let us say A has drawn the bill on B for 10,000. So bill is with A. What A will do? A will go to B and request for the payment after the due date. Let us say due date is 3 months. After 3 months, A goes to B and say, boss, can you please make the payment? Then B said, I'm sorry, Mr. A, I don't have money right now. If you could allow me to extend this bill for another 2 months, I'm ready to make the payment. Then what he will do, he will cancel this bill and he will write another bill. He will write another new bill. So cancelling the old bill and writing a new bill is called renewal of a bill. Renewal of a bill. So what do you mean by renewal? Cancelling the old bill and writing a new bill for the extended period as requested by drawee is called renewal of a bill. While renewing this bill, A might ask, B, I'm ready to extend the bill for another 2 months, but you have to pay me maybe 2% interest or 5% interest on this 10,000. So then he has to calculate interest amount, and along with the interest, he can say B can say bill amount plus interest. Can you write a bill, new bill? That is one scenario. Or I will pay interest first and only 10,000 rupees you raise the bill. That is the second scenario. Or he can say, No, I will pay 50% of this 10,000, 50% of this interest, and balance amount you raise the new bill. So it all depends on their agreement between drawer and drawee, right? Based on that, the uh, they make arrangements between themselves and start preparing the new bill. Okay. So when the drawee pays nothing, for example, let me explain this taking one example. Here it says, where the drawee pays nothing, total amount of original bill as well as the interest for the extended time period. So interest and bill amount put together, if drawee is asking us to renew, what entries we are supposed to write? That is what we are going to discuss. Let us say there is a 10,000 worth of bill. A went and approached B. B said, no, I cannot make. Extend for another 2 months. And he agreed to pay 500 rupees interest for this 2 months. Okay. Now, this bill has to be cancelled, right? Actual dishonor entry. Dishonor entries I already explained in my previous video. Please go through those videos. You will get to know what are the dishonor entries, because if I keep on repeating, it will be boring for you. Okay. So bill dishonor entries we will write. Now I'm starting entries only from interest amount. Now 10,000 plus 500, 10,500 we are going to write a new bill, because he said please write a new bill with the 10,000 plus 500 rupees interest. So together he is asking us to write a bill. This is the first scenario. Let me repeat. He is asking us to write 10,000 plus 500. Total 10,500 worth bill he is asking us to write. Then what will happen? He will write a bill and B will accept. So bills receivable account debit 10,000, sorry, 10,500. Bills receivable account debit 10,500 to B account 10,500. This is the bill amount, but 500 rupees interest is there, no? For that also we need to write a bill entry. For that, what we do, B account debit, B has to pay 500 rupees interest and credit interest account income for him. So I think this should be the first entry and this should be the second entry. What A will do, A will debit B to the extent of interest amount. So why A has to debit B? Because B has to pay that interest amount to A. That is, he will become a debtor in his books. Hence, B account is debited. And why interest account is created in A books? Interest is an income for him, so he is creating two interest. So B account debit to interest account. That is the entry. This is the first entry. Then he has to write a bill with 10,000 plus 500. 10,000 plus 500. So bills receivable account 10,500 to B account 10,500. This is the entry has to be written. Next, what B will write? For B, interest is an expenditure, so he has to debit interest account debit 500 as an it is, since it is an expenditure, he has to debit interest account and he has to pay this amount to A account. So to A account 500. This is the entry B will write. This is the entry B will write. And later on, what happened? This 500 plus 10,000, total 10,500, he is writing another new bill. So for that, what he will do? He will debit A account 10,500 and credit to bills payable account. Why bills payable account is created? Because he has to pay that amount. Bills payable is liability for him. So he is creating bills payable. Are you clear? So that is what is the first instance. Second instance, when the drawee pays the interest amount at the time of renewal amount of the original bill. So in this case, what happened? This is a second scenario. So A said, I will pay interest amount and rest you write a new bill. So there is a 10,000 bill amount plus 500 rupees interest. So what A will do, first interest amount has to be received from B, right? So what he will do, B account debit 500 rupees. He has to receive the interest amount to interest account 500. B has to pay. B will become debtor, so he is debiting B. Then what happened? B paid that interest amount. cash account or bank account debit 500 to B account 500. This is the entry he will write. Then what is left now? Only 10,000 is left. For 10,000 he is going to write a new bill. For that what he will do? Bills receivable account debit 10,000 and to B account 10,000. These are the three entries we write if the interest amount is paid by B and rest of the amount is new bill is raised. What B will write? B will say I have to pay interest, debit, expenditure 500 and to A account. A, I have to pay this amount to A. So this is the due entry. So interest is an expenditure for me. So I'm debiting interest and A, I have to pay this amount to A. A is creditor in my books. Hence I'm creating A. So that is how he will think. Next, he made the payment to A. So A account to debit 500 to cash or bank account 500. He will write this amount. Then the rest 10,000 he will accept the new bill. What is that entry we write for new bill? So A account to debit 10,000 because he has to pay this amount to A. So A account to debit to bills payable account 10,000. This is how he will write a bill. Are you getting my point? So A account to debit to bills payable account. So this is how the entries are written for second case. Third case, where the drawee makes part payment of the original bill or interest amount or both. So he can pay now. These are all same entries, but you have to be a little bit careful while drafting this. Let us say 10,000 plus 500 interest. What B said is, I will pay 5,000 rupees and remaining 5,000 plus 500 you write a new bill. That is the agreement. Then what will happen? He will receive cash account or bank account debit to B account 5,000. Partial amount received. What B will write? A account debit 5,000 to cash or bank account 5,000. Now what is left? 5,000 plus 500. So 500 interest he is supposed to pay. So B account debit 500. B has to pay 500, right? So B will become debtor in A books. So B account debit and interest is income to A. So interest account 500 credit. This is the entry A will write. What B will write? Interest is an expenditure for him. Interest account debit 500 to A account 500. Why interest is debited? Because it is an expenditure. Why A account is created? Because he has to pay that amount to A. Now with this 5,000 plus 500, he is going to write a new bill. Then what will happen? Bills receivable account debit 5,500 and to B account 5,500. Here what he will write? A account debit 5,500 and to bills payable account 5,500. This is how the entry will be recorded. So this is how you need to keep making adjustments if the amount is being partially paid or fully paid or whatever the scenario is giving. So these are the important scenarios wherein the new bills are being drafted. I hope you are clear on this concept. Anyway, I'm going to cover all these points in our illustrations. So far I hope you understood the concept and you are able to proceed. If this is not clear, keep watching this video number of times, and if you still have any doubts, please comment on my video. I'm ready to help you out. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you so much.